Wow, it looks like the Nebraska Cornhuskers are on the verge of hiring Brian Applewhite to replace Ryan Held as their running backs coach. And this is a big-time move, for the University of Nebraska. They go out there and they get, pretty big-time, they get like a pretty big-time, running backs coach, a guy in Brian Applewhite who was at TCU. He recruited Zach Evans, who's a 5-star. He was at Colorado State with Mike Bobo, so he knows about the pro-style offense and running game. He's had a lot of success. He's had over 20 years of success. Montana State, Colorado, Northern Colorado. So he knows the region very well. He knows the Midwest, obviously. He even knows Colorado and areas that I just said. So I think that this is a really good hire again for Frost. I mean, it's so interesting. He hires Mark Whipple. Mickey Joseph has a Nebraska and Frost connection. But Donovan Raiola, the connection was, of course, Dominic or, the brother there, on the offensive line. But this one is kind of like Mark Whipple, where Scott Frost is going outside of his expertise. Or he's going outside of his circle pretty much. And I don't know how Applewhite and Frost know each other, but this might be Trev Alberts. This might be a search firm with Frost. A guy that did recruit 5-star Zach Evans, so should be a pretty good recruiter. He's so qualified, 20 years of experience. So you're going to have him and Mark Whipple and Mickey Joseph working together. I'm loving the way that the staff is coming together. It's easy to be optimistic in the off season, but this offense again is one. It used to just be Frost and his guys at UCF, and that didn't work out, at Nebraska, which was unfortunate. But now Scott Frost is hiring a lot of veterans, and he's going to try to supplement his ideas with Mark Whipple's. And Applewhite, I think, will be pivotal to try to get a running back at Nebraska. I mean, the Nebraska running backs, they haven't had an electric running back. Like, you look at the running back, Braylon Allen at Wisconsin is a difference maker. Melvin Gordon, Monty Ball was a difference-making running back. Nebraska, I mean, Amon Green, Amir Abdullah, like Rex Burkhead, those guys under Bo Pelini and under, Frank Solich and those guys like Amon Green, you need an NFL running back, and it's totally capable. There's so many running backs that you can find electric game-breaking running backs, and they had to start Wan'Dale Robinson at the running back position. I know that they've had Irving and Ramir Johnson, I believe, and those guys are like smaller running backs that are not that explosive. So Nebraska needs to find an A1, starting running back in the Big Ten. You look at Tyler Goodson, you look at Henderson. Kenneth Walker was a Wake Forest castoff that ended up being a Heisman finalist. So these guys are out there to find. So, I mean, just looking at, the Big Ten is about running backs. I mean, Haskins was a great running back for Michigan. Of course, Kenneth Walker, we talked about. Tyler Goodson is an absolute beast. So there's running backs to be found all over the Midwest. I mean, Minnesota gets them in bunches. I mean, they had Muhammad Ibrahim, who was an NFL running back. He, and a really successful one. He ended up getting injured. And then they have Kai Thomas. They have all these other guys that they just throw into the mix. In Minnesota, they have like 4 really great running backs. So I'm excited what Applewhite's going to do. I'm excited about the experience, the pro style, the Mike Bobo connection, Sonny Cumbie, I believe, or the OC, Doug Meacham, I believe, out in TCU. So it's going to be fun for Nebraska.